morning. Time once again for Bobcat Central. Ashley Washburn joining us this morning. We talked about it. Cat Griz, anything can happen, and just about everything did between the men's and the women's game. Let's go back to the women's game first. I don't know which game to talk about because there was so many little mini games going on in that. But ultimately, the Bobcats come out with the win in that one. Narrower than it maybe should have been?
Yeah, narrower is a good way to put it because they at one point had a 14-point cushion in that final frame, and then they were able to rattle off, I think Montana did 6 threes to get it within, pretty much a one-game possession, but they were able to pull out the 2-point victory, and the big part of that game was just the post play. Holy cow, between Cola Badbear and Lexi Deedon, they just could not be stopped on those low blocks, and I got to talk to Benford about, just the post play in the last couple games. I mean, it's not even just Cat Griz where they outshowed Montana, where they outscored them 44-22 inside the paint. I mean, that's really where you saw that action. And she just said, their offense goes through the post. I mean, if you have a great team, it starts in the post. You can dish things out onto the perimeter if need be. But yeah, between Lexi Deed and Cola Badbear, they really just had their way with that game.
It's a fact. And we'll get into the future in a minute. Let's go to the back look at the men's game. I think if you ask any coach, you ask anybody who does broadcast, free throws are a crucial part of a game.
They are.
Nobody knew that they were going to be that crucial in the first half of a men's college basketball game, however. 89 free throws between the two teams in that game?
It was something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know at halftime they were basically chasing a new record for Montana State. The record of most free throws in a game, 1980 against Montana, 36 free throws. It's something about those rivalry games, just a little bit more physical, I guess is the way to say it.
Right.
But yeah, I remember looking down at the stat sheet at one point and I'm like, wow, Montana State, I think they had 24 points or something like that. Yeah, 20 of them were off free throws. I mean, that was what kept Montana State into that game because even then, I think at one point they were 2 for 9 from the field. They were shooting about 20%, which that's not how you're going to beat Montana, who has the best 3-point field goal percentage in the Big Sky Conference. But it was the free throws that kept them in the game, and then kind of once that first half started winding down, then they were able to connect on some shots, with the biggest one being that Tyler Patterson 3 to close out the first half that I felt like really just gave them that momentum heading in.
Now we got to look ahead because the season is by far not over yet for either team. Let's look ahead for the women's team first. Big weekend. They're all big weekends, but a big weekend.
Big week for both. This is when you see that 3 games and 5-day stretch, which is just, that's hard basketball. But the women, they have to win 1 game to be able to clinch a share of the title. And that's Sac State starting on Thursday. And if we look back into January, that game was one of the most wild ones Montana State has played this year. They were down by 17 points, came back to win by 1. Kalia Dean is the Big Sky's second leading scorer. She averages just over 20 points a game. You know that heading into this game on Thursday, Sac State is hungry to be able to get retaliation against Montana State. But I can promise you, the Bobcats are just as hungry to win a share of that title. And so it's going to be a fun one on Thursday, and then they'll be at Portland State on Saturday, and their regular season finale will be back at home on Monday against Eastern Washington, which was also a pretty close, high-scoring game, which was their first week of Big Sky action at the end of December. It's like, holy cow, thinking about how long this season has already been, and it'll be senior night. So it's going to be a crazy stretch, but a lot of these years of basketball for a lot of these seniors will be culminating with this week, which is a little emotional. I know Cola Badbear, she technically has 1 more season left, but she said that this is her last year. And she laid it out all on the court on Saturday, so I'm sure she'll be doing it again this week.
And then some with a smile on her face most of that time, too. That was really fun to watch. For the men, we talked about it for several weeks now. All roads go through Eastern Washington, and just to make it super fun for the Bobcats, that's who they get to wrap up the regular season against there.
They do. Eastern Washington already clinched. They clinched over the weekend. Just to share, though. Now, there are still some scenarios that Montana State could clinch a share as well, but what would have to happen is Eastern Washington has to lose these next 3 games. They're red hot. We'll see if that happens. But it's also one of those scenarios, and you joke around with Danny Sprinkle of, if Eastern Washington wins out, once you start heading into that Big Sky championship, I don't see Eastern Washington maybe potentially winning it. I mean, that's a lot to go in, riding in on an 18-game winning streak. I mean, they are one of the hottest teams in the NCAA. I was seeing some jokes of saying that Eastern Washington needs to be ranked in the top 25. let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Right.
But it is a big week of action. They're going to start at home these 2 weeks. It's going to be the final 2 games for Montana State at home, but then they have to go to Cheney and play in Cheney for that regular season finale. So even if, Eastern Washington wins these next couple ones, you're just playing for seeding at this point. It's big if you can get that second seed in Big Sky play, because then you're worried about, 3 games in 4 days rather than having to play back to back to back and all that jazz. So it's going to be a big week for both the men and the women.
Yeah, and Ashley Washburn joining us this morning, heading into the final 3 games for the MSU men's and women's basketball program. We'll catch up with you next week, see how that all went, and look to the
preview
future.
the Big Sky tournament.
There we go.
Let's do it.
Thank you very much. You're watching Bobcat Central on Montana This Morning.